Hello everybody, my name is Tiffany Allen and I'll be talking about data centers and the wrap-up of Georgia's legislative 2026 session. Lawmakers introduced several bills aimed at addressing the rapid growth of data centers across Georgia, especially those powering AI and large-scale cloud infrastructure. Senate Bill 34 would have required data center developers to pay for their own infrastructure costs instead of passing those costs on to Georgia residents. But sadly, this bill failed. Senate Bill 410 aimed to scale back tax incentives for new data centers while protecting existing ones also did not pass. As a result, tax breaks remain in place, with the state report estimating up to $2.5 billion in lost revenue by 2026. With no major statewide changes, it's expected that Georgia residents will bear the cost of infrastructure tied to data center expansion. Local governments are now on the front lines managing rapid development and zoning decisions concerning data centers. Electricity demand is rising fast, driven by AI-focused data centers. This shift puts pressure on communities to balance economic development with long-term sustainability. Yes, with major legislation didn't pass, there were some important developments. No expansion of tax incentives this section. Momentum is building for requiring developers to cover infrastructure costs in future legislation, and public awareness has surged with more communities actively engaging in this issue, as data centers are now a key political issue heading into upcoming elections. In many parts of Georgia, especially rural areas, residents are raising concerns about land use and environmental impact, the strain on local power grids, and whether communities truly benefit from these developments such as data centers. This growing backlash also increasing scrutiny on regulators like the Georgia Public Service Commission, who regulates our energy in Georgia. With state-level action stalled, the conversation is shifting to local governments who will play a bigger role in approving or rejecting projects like data centers. Elections could shape the future of data center policy in Georgia, and it's expected this issue to stay front and center as demand for AI infrastructure continues to grow. I, the owner of the Neighbors Group, want to provide you all with this information because the Georgia Legislative 2026 session wrapped up with little change for data centers. Tax incentives remain, and proposals to make developers cover infrastructure costs or reduce tax breaks did not pass. Georgia residents face rising energy costs, and local concerns keep the debate alive as the fight against data centers in Georgia is far from over. Thank you.